So, what was interesting to me about your career in marketing was you have largely been in a startup ecosystem, right? So, a lot of young companies, funded companies with Sequoia and stuff like that is really where I think you have spent a lot of time, though you started with Airtel and things like that. Any specific reason why you wanted to take this route? Because a normal marketer typically goes through the traditional big company brands where they do marketing. But I find your profile to be completely different. So, is there a reason? So, is that something that excites you? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
So it's mostly all of these are listed companies only, to be honest. I've probably spent 2, 3 years in a startup. Apart from that, most of these were, but they were not listed in India. So for example, Tencent was what $500 billion in general. Airtel was close to now. I think roughly 10, 20 odd billion dollar companies. Back then it was a 10 to 15 billion dollar market cap companies, and Krafton roughly is around $3 billion, right? So it's the difference is lies in I've always worked in digital first companies rather than consumer faced e-com based companies. So that's the difference. But it just allows you to learn different things at different scales. For example, what works $1 million campaign in a company like Tencent has very different meaning than $1 million campaign in a company like Airtel, because the scales are just like radically different, right? And also your objectives are different. In a lot of really large established brands like Airtel, all you want to do is to expand your TAM in on your fringes, and on your core audience you're trying to extract more ARPU, which is realizations in modern day terminology. Whereas for Tencent it's about exploring new geographies and everything else. Like in Krafton it is about exploring new games and getting new audiences in. So there's the little bit of a difference. When you look at the size of the companies, their objectives become very, very different. In my startup it was all about market building, market awareness, and taking it from there, right? So it was very normal to have 250%, 300% growth even month on month, which is absolutely crazy. Whereas even for very large behemoths, even if you increase the top line by a single double digit or high single digit, even that is at a consistent level, it compounds your top lines very well over a 5, 10 year period. Different companies gave me different exposures to the kind of things that you can pull off in marketing. It gives you a very wide range of things you can do, and it also taught me how marketing is done globally also, not just in India. Which Because if you restrict yourself to just India, it takes a long time to change your perspectives from traditional media, from TV, into what is happening, which lies at the cutting edge of where consumerism is right now, which is moving away from traditionals into digitals right now. So that is where as a professional, you go exactly where learning is the highest, right? So as learning progressed, I kept exploring and then finding things which helped bring value to both my teams as well as the companies. Yeah.